Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on Superman and Lois. And once again, I am back with another Superman and Lois theory video. And this will be my theory or explained video in regards to that shocking ending which we saw during the second episode of Superman and Lois. And by the title of this video, you guys can see that we will be discussing the evil Superman with the black suit. So I basically have two different theories in regards to why this Superman is evil and why he is the reason to Captain Luthor antagonizing Earth Prime's Superman. Now, just some quick Superman and Lois updates before I actually get into the topic of this video. It has been announced that Superman and Lois will be taking a break after episode 5. This is because they are behind on filming. So after episode 5, we will have the premiere of Supergirl's final season, and they will air 7 episodes of the show before Superman and Lois returns. And then they will run their remaining 13 episodes, and then after that, Supergirl will return and air the remainder of its season. So kind of like what they did with Legends of Tomorrow season 3 and Supergirl season 3, if you guys were there at that time. So after episode 5, Supergirl will be taking its time slot on Tuesdays right after The Flash, and then we will have Superman and Lois return again. And then after they finish their season, we will have Supergirl return with its remaining episodes. And we have great news in regards to Superman and Lois, and it is that the premiere for Superman and Lois has received a 3.25 million total viewers. It is the most streamed series premiere in the CW's history, which is just insane to see. I am so glad that this happened because I had high hopes for Superman and Lois. I thought that it would dethrone The Flash in regards to viewership and numbers wise for the CW, and it turns out I was right. That is really a no-brainer because, you know, Superman after all is a more popular character than The Flash, and obviously it's a new show, whereas The Flash is on its 7th season. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. So during the ending scene of Superman and Lois episode 2, we saw Captain Luthor, aka the Stranger, inside what it looks to be his caravan. His AI mentions that he needs to proceed to go after Superman without kryptonite as well as without his suit, in which he mentions that he would need to gather some parts in order to construct himself a new suit, because obviously during the episode we saw Superman destroy it. When Captain Luthor basically used a robot to go after Superman, his suit got destroyed, so Captain Luthor needs a new suit. But then he glances at this, dog tag of Superman's logo. His AI mentions that Kal-El of this world is not like the one of his world, in which we then get a flashback to what happened, in which we see a group of soldiers firing at someone, in which we find out to be Superman with the black suit. We see him kill all of the soldiers using heat vision, but the Samuel Lane of this world saves Captain Luthor from being lasered. So those two were close, and Captain Luthor was basically the captain of that army. We had Captain Luthor turn over that dog tag of Superman's logo, in which we see 7734 reading out hell when he reverses it, in which we have him say, "No, he isn't like my Kal-El, not yet." But what does this mean? Is there a chance of our Superman potentially ending up going rogue like his version of Superman? So the first reason to why Captain Luthor's version of Superman could have potentially turned evil could just simply be he is an evil version of Superman, just like what we have seen with the Earth X characters. So this evil Superman could be the show's take on Ultraman from the crime syndicate of Earth 3. So for those who didn't know, Ultraman is called Kal-El, so he isn't Kal-El. And essentially, through the machinations of his maniacal father, Jor-El, he had caught the attention of his destroyer, the Anti-Monitor. and he basically performs a shooting spree through a research lab. So Jor-El was able to secure a life pod for his son, and he basically considered him for being the best chance of revenge, and he basically sends him to Earth. Now Kal-El was overpowered with the ideology and moralizing inside his rocket, warning him to be the strongest possible being he could ever be, and he has to get rid of all the weaknesses within himself. And when his rocket crashed in Smallville, he basically met Jonathan and Martha Kent like our normal Clark Kent, but once Kal-El gained the powers of Superman, something different happened. And instead of him being raised by them and eventually growing up, what he did was, at the age of 7 years old, he basically killed them and basically buried their farm to the ground. So yeah, pretty dark version of Superman this is. As I said, he is called Ultraman. So maybe the show did their own spin on this, where he isn't exactly called Ultraman, but maybe he is still called Superman from this Earth, and he is still called Kal-El, not Kal-Il. But obviously, instead of being a superhero, he is a super villain who pretty much just wants to take over the entire world. They could do it so. Captain Luthor is the show's spin on Earth 3's Alexander Luthor Jr., who is obviously a good guy. So pretty much from his Earth, all the good guys are bad guys and all the bad guys are good guys. During Crisis, once evil Superman destroyed the world of Captain Luthor, we obviously see Captain Luthor ending up in Earth Prime. But in some way, he has gained his pre-crisis memories, and he finds out that there is another version of Superman living in this world. And he wants to prevent this world from suffering the same things his world did. So although to his eyes, he is the hero, for our Superman, for Earth Prime Superman, he is the antagonist. So that could obviously be one reason in regards to why that version of Superman is evil, and why this Captain Luthor wants to end our version of Superman. Now, another reason in regards to why this Superman could potentially be evil is that he could just potentially be an injustice version of Superman. So maybe in Captain Luthor's world, this version of Superman was a good guy at the start. He was Superman and he did the things which Superman would actually do. Now, this part they may not do in the show, and they will have to do their own spin on it if they go down this route. But this version of Superman gets poisoned by the Joker using silver kryptonite, I think it was. I can't remember which kryptonite it was, but it was one of the versions of kryptonite. And essentially, this leads him to hallucinate Lois Lane as Doomsday while she was pregnant. You guys could see where this will go. So, him hallucinating Doomsday, he beats the living crap out of Lois Lane without him actually knowing that that was Lois Lane. He thinks that he was defeating Doomsday, and eventually he snaps out of it and he realizes that he killed Lois Lane as well as his not yet born child, and obviously that breaks him and eventually leads him to kill the Joker. But after he kills the Joker, this version of Superman feels like he could stop bad things from happening completely if he just killed the villain instead of locking them up behind bars. So then he goes rogue and gets his own army to face off others. So basically he uses killing as a way to get rid of criminals rather than locking them up. And he feels that that is the more efficient way. Now in the Captain Luthor flashback, these guys were in trenches and there were people firing at them, so maybe it could be Superman's army facing off Samuel Lane and Captain Luthor's army, and then that results to evil Superman arriving and basically getting rid of the whole army, in which Captain Luthor was the only one to survive, which we saw during the flashbacks, where we obviously saw Samuel Lane save Captain Luthor from getting lasered. And then the same things happen, so he ends up on Earth Prime due to Crisis, and then he eventually has his pre-Crisis memories back somehow, and he finds out there is a version of Superman from this world, and from experience he knows that there is a risk of someone as powerful as Superman going down that dark path in which his Superman did. So he knows his version of Superman started off as this hopeful figure, this ultimate superhero, and then he eventually goes down a dark path, in which we do hear him say, after all, he says, he's not my Kal-El, not yet. So maybe there is this risk of our version of Superman going down that road in which his Superman did, and he basically wants to stop that from happening. So he wants to get rid of Superman before it's too late. During the episode, we did see Captain Luthor hand over this small Superman logo, in which behind it read out 7734. Now, what's so interesting about this is that Project 7734 was a secret project by the US military to defend the planet against alien people, basically get rid of them by any means necessary, and that involves incredibly powerful threats like that of Superman. Now, we saw Captain Luthor giving this dog tag to Earth Prime Samuel Lane, so potentially setting him up to side with Captain Luthor as well. And the way we could potentially see this happening is having this arc where we have Captain Luthor framing Superman into doing something wrong, and then this leads to Samuel Lane realizing that, okay, he may not be who I think he was. There is this, darkness within him. So maybe this thing which Captain Luthor does results into Samuel Lane beginning to antagonize Superman slowly, and then that basically leads to Samuel Lane going against Superman. I think that will potentially happen, but again, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys think about this theory. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.